Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have these new Thundercats figures here in the back. We have Tigra and Lion-0. I just picked these two up today at Toy Busters. I am unaware what toy line they're from, but I would like to show them off alongside their other counterparts from the different Thundercats lines that I've been collecting. So here we have the Super 7 Deluxe Lion-0. I do not have the Tigra yet. Here's the vintage regular Lion-0. Vintage orange hair, orange claw Lion-0, Funko Lion-0, and Super 7 Motu style Lion-0. Here we have the vintage young Tigra, as collectors like to call him. He's like the very skinny version of the vintage Tigra. And then here we have the Funko Savage World Lion-0. I'm going to move those off to the side now that you've seen the comparison. I'm going to do a quick review of both of the figures that I got today. I think these might possibly be Thundercats classics from when Mattel was doing the Thundercats figures, but there's no company dates on these. If I look down at the feet, one side just says WBE and Wolf, and I've never heard of that as a company before. And then the other side says B11 China on this Lion-0. So I don't really know about this, but one thing that is cool about this Lion-0 is he has this little tiny strap on the side with a ball joint at the bottom. This strap is removable. This design so the claw glove can hang from his side like it did in the cartoon. So you just pull this, has the same ball joint right there as it does there, and you can just clip it in. You just have to hold it in place and then clip it in. Now the only problem with this is the other peg that goes into the shorts pops out easily. This was not a brand new figure, so I do not have the extra hand, so it doesn't look good without the claw glove on, but that's at least cool that you can do that. I'm just going to leave that peg removed for now. So on the Lion-0, the head can look up just a bit, down a good amount, look side to side. His neck is articulated separately, so that makes the down motion even more, but the back motion not as much because this hair. Arms can go outwards, actually more than usual, because they can actually go up some. They can go forwards and backwards. Oh, it also has the dagger of omens that clips into the sword. Into the claw glove. We have single jointed elbows. We have swivel as at the bicep / tricep. Here we have an ab crunch up top and not much rotation. Then we have more of an ab crunch down at the waist and then swivels. The belt does kind of pop out of place like that, but you can put it back. It is a separate piece, but it is permanently attached because of the way the figure's assembled. Other side's the same for articulation. This side we actually have the wrist, so it goes up and down on a hinge joint, can spin all around, and is also removable. I'm not going to do that though. Here we have the Sword of Omens. It is a little bit oversized in my opinion, but it's really cool. It's got the Cats logo painted on there very well. Down here at the legs, they can go outwards in a split. They can swivel at the thigh cut, which has this weird muscle sculpted over top of the upper thigh, so that's kind of weird when you rotate it. We have double jointed knees, swivel at the boot cut, ankle articulation goes up and down, as well as rocks side to side. So overall, the articulation is pretty cool on these figures. They are right at that 8.5 inch mark, so they are a little bit taller than your standard 7 to 8 inch figures. So they don't really fit in with any of the Master Universe Classics, Thundercats from Super 7, or the vintage figures. But the overall plastic feels like vintage figures, but has the articulation of modern figures, so that's pretty cool. Let's put that claw glove back in there real quick. Not claw glove, put the sword back in the claw glove. That's what I meant. Tigra is basically the same, but he has way more neck articulation. It's actually kind of loose. Head does not really move that much by itself, except for the swivel side to side. Arms can go outwards. This side is slightly hindered by the shoulder pad, but it is flexible enough, even though it's like a harder rubber. We got a swivel at the bicep/tricep, single jointed elbow, hinge at the wrist, swivel at the wrist. This hand is removable. Same thing here. Elbow, they do have the nice elbow pad detail. He comes with his bolo whip, which is actually really long, and it does have a articulation point right here. Sorry that's kind of blurry, but it can swivel and be removed, so that's pretty cool. Down here at the waist, we have a different type of ab crunch, so it's just in the lower torso, and he has no swivel at the waist. Legs can go outwards, just the same. Upper thighs the same, knees are the same. Boot rotation is a little bit tight, but it's still the same. Then ankle articulation is still up and down, and then rock side to side. So overall, these are pretty cool figures for what they are. I'd like to know if you guys know what these are, and if so, if you know if they made other ones, at least if they made Chitara and Panthro, because if they did, I would love to add them to my collection to at least have the main 4 Thundercats core characters. Overall, they turned out pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Peace.